I am concerned about having a repeat of COVID authoritarianism in the name of climate change. It has forced me to take another look at the expert opinions. Are you familiar with the scientist Tony Heller? He's on Odyssey and runs realclimatescience.com. I'd be interested in an evolutionary perspective on his work. I don't think I know Tony Heller. I don't recognize that particular name.
No, but I would offer a caution. I think we can be certain. COVID has revealed what broken science looks like, and there's essentially no chance that climate science doesn't suffer from the same kind of dysfunction.
Yeah.
Climate science is not going to be open to countervailing evidence, right? Which it would have to be in order to understand how strong the evidence actually is.
That's right.
That said, the discovery that what we think is evidence, all the work that goes on that claims to understand how intense the problem is and where it's likely to go, the fact that that is all compromised by scientism does not suggest that we don't have a problem. And there are reasons to suggest that we have a problem that do not emerge from that modern discipline. In fact, the belief that climate change is a hazard is very old, and it arises from an extremely simple, easy to demonstrate feature of chemistry, atmospheric chemistry, right? And the point is, yes, CO2 traps heat. It is embedded in a complex system, so it's hard to know what the net impact is going to be. We are altering the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere. Nobody doubts that, and how could it be otherwise? The amount of internal combustion that we are doing cannot help but have that effect. So the question is it negligible? Is it alarming? And further, what is the interaction with things like frozen methane in the Arctic? There's a huge amount of methane, large amounts tied up in these methane clathrate composites, and to the extent that we melt novel amounts of that stuff, we are going to step into a realm across a threshold where it's a positive feedback that is completely out of our control. Will we reach that threshold? I don't know, but I can say it is foolish to risk that our industrial processes will push us across that threshold. It is even more foolish to risk the entire catastrophe unfolding as a result of the fact that we have allowed political dogma to overwhelm scientific study. What we really need are excellent scientists working on the question, completely free to discover whatever it is that's out there, so that they can help us see and navigate. At the moment, what we are doing is flying blind because the very people who sit in the seats of the scientists who need to be warning us, their discipline is compromised by the belief that we already know the answer, and that anything that points in the other direction is going to embolden the opposition, so we can't afford to talk about it.
Mm-hmm. And coming to opposite conclusions gets you blacklisted, gets you, you don't end up having a career that's standard as a climate scientist right now, which is,
you know what it is.
The whole thing is suspect, unfortunately, and it's just dire.
It's runaway climate science. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the long and short of it. We've
Yeah,
got
it is.
runaway climate
That's
science,
good.
which obscures whatever is going on with
You're
the climate.
right. You're right. Sometimes you're right.
Sometimes
Often
I'm
you're
right. Oh, wow. This is good.
You knew that.
I mean, I did. I didn't know you knew that.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I did.